Move over fireside conversations. Today's fast forward era requires rapid fire chats. I'm Jessie Paul, marketing expert, author of Marketing Without Money, and independent director. I'm going to ask Sheran Mehra, Chief Brand Officer, Product Design, Brand, and Content for Tata Digital, and a seasoned marathoner, how we can prepare ourselves better for the future. All set to race to be future ready, Sharan?
Yes, all set. Thank you, Jesse. Thank you for inviting me.
What does future ready mean to you?
One of it is, of course, from where we started. I'm just saying, as a personal, how we started our careers, which was way back in the physical world. In this stage, or not only for us, for everybody, right? How do we kind of get the right skills and be across so that we are relevant for the new wave of technology that's coming in on a daily basis? It's evolving on a day-to-day basis. Right? So how do we actually ensure that ourselves are future ready in terms of upskilling and getting the right skills, not only for us, but around the ecosystem around that we have for us? Now, it could be a near ecosystem, which is at home, or a little larger ecosystem that we kind of operate in. Near ecosystem could be your help at home or your drivers or whoever it is that you kind of interact with in the inner circle, to another layer, which is a, so how do you kind of, it's not only about us, but how do you actually make them also a part of your ecosystem? So it's a both, it's a, how we call it, a digital world, right? So how do you kind of marry your own self, the world around, and connect between the omni-channel or a digital world, which is physical and virtual together? So it's connecting the dots, making sure that we kind of have a connect with physical and the digital world, and how do we kind of make it seamless? Only then can we be future ready.
How has hybrid working and the way that we now have to work, how has that changed the way you engage with teams?
See, I think it's a blessing in disguise, right? So a lot of time that we would spend traveling, it kind of, we save on that time. So that is a good balance of what would one likes to do, what we have, I mean, what one would want to do, or what is it that you would do in office. That's the biggest kind of, and how we collaborate each other. I have been following this hybrid work model right through the pandemic, like I mentioned. So there are some people who work remote, they've never come to office in 2 years, but I've been going to office. But the bridge between working remotely and physically is worked beautifully. A lot of hiring of people or the kind of talent that we would have been able to attract wouldn't have been possible otherwise. Location, diversity, people from varied backgrounds, all that has kind of become very easy. So it's a balance of social world and the physical world that has helped as a hybrid model. There are, of course, pluses and minuses for it, but I'd see it's more a upside than a downside as a hybrid. And we call ourselves digital native as an organization. And we've launched in this era with a digital native. So it's worked beautifully for us, for myself, for teams, and also for the organization.
I like that perspective. And, my next question is a little connected. For those of us or those who are less, digital natives, how can you use digital to make the products more accessible?
I think all of us have been seeing it, right? The way we look at our food delivery, or we look at the way education and healthcare, which is one of the basic needs for people, the way it's become accessible now. Healthcare being one of the most important, and education too. How would we have survived the pandemic if healthcare was not something that was accessible? Being an online consulting or getting a grocery delivered to your doorstep, or e-commerce to that effect, which has reached the hinterland and the tier 2, tier 3 towns. Access to doctors, which was not available, is all become now, is helped. We are all seeing that change. I think the fastest adoption of payments has happened in last year and a half or 2 years, and more so with pandemic. Being a cash economy, we've moved all over digital payments. Quick commerce again, right? So never could we have imagined that you would get something in a 15 minutes or a 30 minutes. Here we are talking about less than 10 minutes delivery at our doorsteps for everything that you want, even a pack of like a chips or something. So we're seeing all of that happening right from education to healthcare to e-commerce to food delivery, food, so on and so forth. So we are already seeing it, and I guess as kind of we move more towards vernacular video, which is what world is moving towards, more AI, it's going to be another drive of digital transformation, or rather deeper penetration across it. A lot of things we've not even imagined, I guess, is what this new digital transformation will get us for consumers to kind of reach. It's all become very frictionless, right? The customer journeys, which we never thought of, it's all tech has removed that friction. A kirana store, which is a phone call away, now is just a tap away. So all of us have been experiencing this. Everything is a 2 or 3 click away for everyone now. So that kind of involved with the new way of working. I think it's the best stage that we could have ever been.
Thank you so much for your time, and you can continue the conversation with us using the hashtag FutureReady.
Thank you so much.